welcome back to another scintillating, exciting, dazzling, animated, lively discussion here on A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast with me, Jason.
And me, Jennifer.
Have a few drinks.
And talk shit about our kids. Very proud of you for looking that up before we started, so the listeners are like, just look up the damn thing.
Well, they love that I can't think of new words.
Is that what, do you really think so?
No. But who cares? There's only 9 of them. So.
Well, hi, Mom.
Jennifer and I, before we started this, I was like, oh, let's look at the listener statistics. And, the last few episodes, we only have like 9 or 10 because, we don't advertise. We're just starting to advertise. I think I'm going to hire someone to do a Facebook ad campaign, and Jennifer's hopefully going to take over the
Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter.
You want to tell us where they can follow us on those things?
So if you are on Instagram and Twitter, is it handle?
I have no idea.
Or whatever. Our profile is Guide to Poor Parenting, all one word. Miss Jennifer,
it's been okay. Just been dealing with a kid. That is, puberty is hitting, hormones, I should say, are hitting very hard with.
Yeah.
And it's rough. I'm very proud of my patience.
You should be.
Because I've not always been this patient. And I've been doing very well. I've been trying to work on I think that's a thing that all parents have to do, just work on themselves. And
So, I'm making faces because Jennifer and I were trying to figure out what we were going to drink. And usually during, what we're kind of sipping the whole way. And goddamn, we're doing Kraken rum, and I just took a sip, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I asked you if you wanted a chaser.
I will power. It's not bad. It's just like strong.
It's a lot stronger than usually the wine we've been drinking. We actually got some liquor today. But yeah, so Wesley's been kind of
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's just kind of parent. Good days, bad days, and it just seems right now we're just having way more bad days.
Yeah. We had a support group earlier. Was that this week?
Yep, that's Tuesday.
We had support. Trying to plumb the depths of people to come over and be on the podcast with us. We actually just started recording season 3, so we will not have that giant year-long break in between or in the middle of a season.
Yeah, COVID and life and
my hips
and your hips.
Yeah, I was just telling Jennifer that and our 9 listeners that I was looking at the episode statistics, and we had 9 listeners for EJ's episode, and that was I think it was released last week, and she was like, oh, that's not bad. I was like, it's not, but it's depressing because when I look back at season 1, we had 33 for the foster families episode, and then that's when everything kind of fell out, and we took a long break, and we lost all our listeners. So sorry. Thank you for the 9 people that came back to us. We appreciate you.
Definitely.
And we're trying to get better and do better, and we're hoping you're enjoying this. We're still enjoying it. I'm still having a good time.
Yeah, anytime I get to drink, I'm having a good time. Yeah. And talk shit about kids. Come
on. One of your coworkers said that she cracks up listening to the earlier episodes because we used to do 2 or 3 in a row, and by the end of the 3rd one, I was drunk.
Yep, you probably will be after this one with that Kraken.
This is probably 3 shots right here.
I just poured. I poured me probably 4 shots.
I would say this is about a 1/4 cup.
Yeah.
Or half. No, I would say it's half a cup of rum. And very good rum.
I like it. It's one of my favorite rums.
It's not too sweet.
Nope.
So
it's a spice rum with a massive Kraken on it. Come on, how can you not appreciate that?
So if you hadn't guessed, that we're drinking Kraken rum straight today. Yeah. I was looking through our liquor cabinet. I was like, well, we had one. We went to T-Mobile earlier today, and while Zane was in T-Mobile taking care of his phone, Jennifer and I went over to a relatively new wine place over in off University and Research Park, and I was like, it's 1:30, we can drink. Yeah. So we had a little wine.
I really liked that place.
Yeah.
The guy was very personable. He was very nice and friendly, and he let us try it and he did healthy sips of us trying it. So I liked it. I'd go back.
I was thinking you two were flirting for a minute, but then I saw he was married, so I was like, it's just JB.
I am a very friendly person, and I don't even realize. I didn't think he was attractive, so I don't think I was flirting with him. I was just being me. I didn't even notice he was married because I wasn't
You're not on the
I wasn't trying to hit on him. Let me say that. I was just being me and just talking because I like to talk.
That's why we're doing the podcast.
And
Well,
my brain doesn't like quiet. It does not like quiet. I don't like to just sit and not have any noise around. So I have to conversation.
I will say though, if for the 9 listeners we have, if you're in the Huntsville area, what is it, Research Park Wine Merchants, I think what it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
And the guy, what was his name?
Russ.
He's really nice. It's a small store, but it's really cute. They have an interesting selection of wines.
They have wine that you can drink wine by the glass. He makes food. We talked about this while you're at T-Mobile. They make pizzas. You can buy pizzas there. And then he says he also lets people bring in their own food and drink their wine with their food that they bring in.
Nice.
So I thought that was really cool because he's like, we only got this little small kitchenette. So you want to bring your food in, you just bring your food.
Yeah, while we were drinking our wine, he was making pasta sheets for lasagna.
Yep.
He's really nice.
Yep, so you can go like the nothing but noodles, get you some noodles, come over, drink some wine with him. I mean, that's a smart business idea to have, because there's so much food shops around the way there.
We'll have to. I think he was married because I think I saw a wedding band. We'll have to see if he's married and you got kids, bring some wine over and be on our podcast.
We just met him. I don't know. He's just random guy. Hey, be on our podcast. We don't know you.
It's like we just met some of the people in the support group and we're already inviting them.
Yeah, but we've known them for a
Not
few
the
years.
new girl.
Right, but she just seemed like you can just tell by some people that you want to be their friend or like talk with them. She just seemed really, I liked her. She just seemed really nice.
Well, stay tuned for season 3. Hopefully we'll get her on. We're trying to get as many of the support group folks on. Yeah. We've got Aaron, who's the facilitator. He's a counselor. He's the counselor facilitator. And Melissa, who's the parent facilitator. We're going to have her on. And I'm excited. This season's coming together pretty good. We've been really good about getting our solo episodes done. Yeah. So
I've been skipping homework so that I can do podcasting. I
offer. I offer.
Hey, any excuse not to do homework, I'm good with. I did see on Facebook Memories that today, 6 years ago, me and Patrick, my brother, we signed up for 6 years.
Precious.
In a 2-year college.
You are a busy woman.
Well, I also took a year and a half off because of COVID.
Yeah,
so, true. I mean, and I only do 1 class per semester. So I only have 3 more classes after accounting. So I'm going to get it done by next year.
Yep. This time next
year. Graduate next year.
Have your associates.
Yep.
Woo-hoo. Do you think I think you've said this before, Micah. You don't think your mom?
I don't think so.
Would Pops?
No.
Just not a talker?
No,
Pops is a talker, isn't he?
Not with a microphone in his face.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think he would talk about his kids.
Oh, okay.
Like, even to say bad things.
Okay. And, I know, well, I'm trying to think of your other sisters. Ashley's the only one I think you might do, but she's pretty shy, so.
I don't know if we get maybe some liquor in her. I don't know. We can try, I mean, like I said, we can try. That's no problem at all. I'll ask.
Doesn't hurt to ask. And for our 9 listeners, if you are a parent and would love to come on and
live near us,
and want to tell us a story about your kids, talk shit, and we'd love to hear it. If by the end of season 3 we're not getting requests, we'll have to get like video equipment so we can Skype with people from far away. Yeah. Because we're running out of people we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Or we'll have to start taking classes or something. It's like, please come be on our podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so Miss Jennifer, what are we talking about today?
Our topic discussion is anger.
Ooh, not just the ours, but it's
yeah. It's a broad topic. Different things make people angry different ways.
And how we handle it.
And I've been trying really hard to handle it differently. I'm a hollerer. We know this about myself.
Just like a hollerer?
Yeah, like I yell. Well, because it's like I say the same thing, try to be all sweet and calm-voiced and say it 5 times. And then the 6th time I yell it at him. And it's like he wants to get yelled. I don't want to yell at him, but it feels like that's the only way that he'll respond. And I don't know how to fix that. I'm trying, but repeating yourself 15 times is not fun.
Well, especially for you, because I know you're hurting like most of the time. Jennifer's had headaches ever since COVID 2020.
Yeah.
So she's had near constant headaches, and now you're on your 6th treatment, I think. Different drug.
Oh, no, I've probably done about 12.
12?
Between the different, if you're saying just treatments, because I've done different pills, shots, did physical therapy, So and all that stuff, I've done probably 12 different things because it was different pills, it was different shots, and then it was physical.
Okay.
So I've done a lot because it was so Botox, that beta blocker, the shots that Zane gave me. So that's 3. Then I've had, I want to say 5 different pills. So that's maybe 10 different things. I didn't realize
it was 5 different pills.
Yeah. Because I think I'm on either my 5th or my 6th now. Because they were giving me like anti-anxiety depression pill or some kind of.
Wellbutrin?
I was maybe was on that. I can't remember. You know me. But yeah, I was on a whole bunch of different like anxiety medicine. He's like, that also helps headaches, but it didn't help anxiety or headaches. So, but yeah.
And you're just about to get your next round of Botox, your 3rd round of Botox.
Yeah, 31 shots.
Hasn't done shit.
No, and it hurts. It's not fun at all. Nope. So
I mean, it hurt. I guess, I don't know. Maybe they put more in, but like, because I get Botox, but in my forehead, just because I get these awesome brow furrow lines, and I'm like, I'm vain enough that I want to get rid of them. But it hurts, but it's over real quick. But I guess they must pump in more for you.
Well, that, and then I guess that mine might be in more sensitive spots because it's along my hairline. And it's along my neck and in my shoulders and in my, like, right in, well, the one that bleeds the most is right where the middle of my eyebrows.
That's where I get shot, too.
Yeah, that's the one that bleeds the most. But it doesn't hurt the most, but the ones, like, in my head, because it's actually on my skull that they shoot it in, those hurt. And they're very tender.
Can you still furrow your brow?
Yeah. I can do it.
It doesn't muscle.
It does not dent, but I also just get like one right there, so it's not like I don't know how many you think.
I think I get like
So I don't get enough to help with any of the cosmetic parts. It's just supposed to help with.
When I started getting my Botox, I was hoping that it would alleviate my resting bitch face that I have. Concern, yeah, thank you. Because like constantly, Zane and Jennifer will be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." I'm just thinking about something.
I have tried to not ask. Your face is not the one that makes me want to ask. It's the sighs.
Yeah.
Because you take deep breaths and you sigh real heavily, and it's just like, and I'm like, and then I want to say it, but I'm like, no, he's just being. So I'm trying to not ask you all the time.
No, you've gotten better, and Zane has gotten better too. But he'll get that look on his face. I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
It's like I guess I just get like a deep, thoughtful look on my face because like Zane, like, are you upset? I'm like, no. It's like, I won't let you know. I was like, I'm getting upset because you keep asking.
All right, anger.
Oh, yeah. Who's got it? Who wants it?
I don't want it. I have it, but I don't want it.
I will say, I never thought of myself as an angry person until I had kids.
Yeah.
And it scares me sometimes because you're just like, I want them to, with Kalia, it's like, I just want her to do something.
Yeah.
And you're just getting so much fucking attitude or ingratitude.
Yep.
That gets under my skin too. Yep. And like I'm not spanked her. I've definitely like manhandled her before, which I'm super not proud of.
Right.
But it's, controlling the anger is super hard. The more tired, the more stressed out I am. Keeping that shit under control is hard.
Yep.
And I feel like I have a pretty long fuse.
Yep.
But even with me, it's just like, God damn, I didn't realize I had a temper. I don't like it very much.
No, me. Your temper, my temper.
But you've always felt like, I think even before we had kids, you'd mentioned you felt like you had a temper.
Oh yeah, I know I do. My fuse is short. I'm very easily frustrated, and that turns into anger. I'm one of those people, noises, especially with my headaches now, but like smacking, oh my God, just so fucking annoying. Little things, and that's what I'm trying to work on. It's little things that just frustrate the shit out of me, like choke them. Yep. I don't do it, but I want to. When I ask you just to clean up your room, it's your room, clean it up, and you get mad at me for it. It's your room, clean it up. Or, hey, can you just empty out your trash can in your bathroom? Why? Because I fucking said so. Or, please don't hit the car. Like, he'll start punching the back of the seat in the car, and I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? Stop. And like all the little noises, like he'll take his he has those big puffy jackets and he like swishes and it just annoys the fuck out of me. And I know you have a kid, okay, yes, but I want a quiet fucking kid. And I don't have that. I have one that wants to jump around and hit everything and Michael Jordan this and that and touch all the door jams just because he can. And it's just like, no, stop.
Be calm.
And yes, but you can't tell a kid to calm down because if you told me to calm down, I'd be like, fuck you. So it's
well, not to your mom.
No. My mama told me to calm down. I'd sit my little ass there and be the quietest person you've ever met because it's my mama. But so I just haven't found how to let that shit go. It's hard for me. And the smacking, I'm just like, please stop smacking. Please close your mouth when you chew. So I just have to say that a whole lot of times because he's like, I am, but you're not until I tell you, and then you realize you're doing it, and then you start chewing, and then you start chewing, 5 minutes later you forget, and then you start smacking again. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I don't know what it is. I keep seeing all these TikToks, you might have ADHD or ADD if all this stuff, and I'm like, all that shit bothers me. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm just very sensitive to noise. As possibly also because of my headaches, but I was before that too. That just the little thing
set you off.
Yeah.
I will say our kids, Kalia's a bit worse about it than Wesley is, but they love to they'll be on their tablets and they just scream.
Oh yeah.
For no fucking reason.
Right.
And you're like, God damn it.
Right.
And it's usually like half the time it's in your fucking face.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, could you not scream in my goddamn face?
Yeah. Because why?
Yeah. Because they're fucking kids.
I know, but I don't remember ever doing that.
But
I also don't remember last week, so I could have.
I also think part of it's the tablet. I noticed with Kalia, the more tablet time, the weirder her behavior gets.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, I don't know about Wesley, but with her, it's like if she's on her tablet for several hours and then she has to kind of come back to reality, she has to resync.
Yeah.
And it's like her behavior is pretty bad for a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm just like, oh, Christ,
trying to get them to do anything after they've been on a tablet is like pulling teeth.
Kalia's getting better. Kalia's not too bad.
Oh,
Wesley's pretty bad. I a few times, not long ago, Wesley was mad at you for snatching his tablet away. And it reminded me of the time that I asked him to put it away too. And he didn't. So I got real quiet and I just kind of stalked over to him and I got real close and I was like, I told you to put that away. And you can tell he's getting a little scared because I'm like, compared to Wesley, I'm a big guy.
Oh yeah.
So, but I think my least proud moment of my anger was when it was right after you gotten him and he was just really having a rough time of it. And, you'd put him in the corner and he was just like kept going and pushing and I snapped at him and I was screaming at him. So I was not super happy with it. Do you remember that? Because I think I scared you too because I just screamed.
You didn't scare me.
Well, it startled you.
Startled me a little bit because I've never seen that side of you before. Yeah. I was kind of also like, oh, thank you for doing it because I was tired of doing it because that's always me. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that always has to do that stuff because I'm mom and dad, just me by myself. I don't have a partner to tag team or be like, hey, it's your turn. I'm done. So whenever someone else helps,
yeah,
it's always nice. Or when someone else sees, and then I can say, see?
Yeah.
That I'm not making it up. He does have issues. It's not just me. That kind of helps too.
My mom, when we had all five of us, and my mom and Kyle, we had barbecue the other day, and you had been mad because we couldn't find Wesley, and my mom was like, "Was she always mad at Wesley?" I was like, "Yes, mother, just like the 6 years you were mad at my brother." I was like, because I remember you constantly snapping at him and yelling at him, and I remember her snapping at the neighbors' kids one time because they broke something. So like, yeah, just like that, Mom.
I don't want to be.
I know you don't, and I'm not saying you like. I don't think you're. Sorry.
Chip go down the wrong.
Chip went down the wrong pipe.
Sorry.
No, I understand completely.
Yeah, but you see it more than anybody else because you're the one that is with me all the time. It is way underneath.
So I was like a jet plane with my outline, like went right on the couch. So keep talking, Jennifer. I'm gonna go fish it out.
Okay, but yeah, you get to see it the most out of anyone because you help me out the most with them. You take them to school for me. You take them to camp for me. You pick them up when I have other appointments. I hope you know how much I appreciate you and Zane for everything that you help me with. Because if I didn't have you, I probably wouldn't have a job, to be honest. Because I feel like I'm off all the time, anyways, right now. But like, for some reason, his church camp ends on a Thursday, so then I still have Friday, Monday, and Tuesday before school starts on Wednesday. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It was a whole week, isn't it?
Well, but he's going to be at that overnight camp, so you won't have him that. But you'll have him a Friday, a Monday, and a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that's, work would let me have all those days off.
Yeah. It's hard, especially living in this, I don't know how it is up in the more liberal state, the blue states.
Yeah.
But, especially in the red states, it's like you are on your own.
Yeah.
Unless you got family. Mm-hmm. Unless you...
have money.
Yeah, or rich.
Yep.
Or part of a church, something like that.
Yep.
You fucked.
Yep.
So it ain't easy.
No, it's not at all. And and then you get angry about that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you supposed to do? I spend $175 a week to have them go to church camp. And then they don't even go all the way to when school starts. And then I've looked, there's no other camps. They all kind of end then. I don't know how other people do it. Like, what do they do? I guess they send them to daycare. But daycare is like $500 a week.
Yeah, I don't know how someone, because you're pretty solidly middle class. I don't know how someone, about $30,000 less than you handles it. Because Kiki, she's poverty level.
Yeah. But she makes a little too much to be on Medicaid.
Yeah.
Which just sucks. Bullshit.
Sweet home Alabama.
No.
But she could tap into more resources if she researched a bit.
Oh yeah.
And frankly, I should probably be helping, but I also was I'm busy, and she seems to be doing okay. She never asked for anything, so I try not to impose or push myself on her. But people who make 30,000, 40,000, I don't know how. Gwen struggled, and she was making well. She was upper middle class.
Yeah.
And so I'm I don't know how people in the 30 to 40,000 range do it.
I don't either.
Especially single parents, because they're out there.
Yeah. I'm guessing latchkey. The kids just stay home.
Yeah. If you didn't have us, that's probably what you would have to do with Wesley. And you'd just be well, I guess my shit's getting destroyed.
Yeah. So. Everything's going to get stole.
Yeah.
Dogs are going to run away. Cat's going to get let outside. I won't have no animals.
And I
don't want to be mean, but that shit would happen. I see it.
Yeah. Just because he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and with Wesley, most of the time, it's never malicious. It's just him not paying attention. Him being boneheaded, making poor choices.
Quick, bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
He took my hat for some reason. I found it underneath the passenger seat. I'm like, why? Oh no.
Yep. And then you just want to slap the shit out of him.
No, not even. I'm just done. I didn't even, I'm just don't touch my stuff. You don't want me to touch your shit? I won't touch your shit. How is that? Not a good trade.
Getting them to handle their is the tough one, though,
I don't know how to.
Because, both of them are just kind of unreasonable.
Yep.
They're children, so that's to be expected, because they can't process their fucking trauma.
And then he also has the ADHD, so he hyper-focuses on the wrong thing.
Yeah. Or the thing you don't want him to focus on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in an argument, it's the thing that he did wrong, but he thinks for some reason you did wrong, and then he hyper-focuses on that.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, you did it. So why are you so upset? And then he's being violent now and being aggressive when he has his outbursts.
Yeah.
So it's how do we get it to before he starts to be bigger?
Well, Kalia was having a bit of that problem. She wasn't ever violent, but she she would get so angry she'd lose control at school.
Yeah.
And we had her in play therapy, and we discontinued it because she wasn't having any behavioral problems. But she still just doesn't know how to process the anger or cannot. And like for her especially, it's like I don't think she has trauma, obviously, but she doesn't have the same kind of abuse trauma that like Wesley did. Mm-hmm. And
but trauma is trauma.
Trauma is trauma. But I will say her response has been muted compared to Wesley's.
Well, yeah.
So like it's been a bit easier to handle, and it's a process to be like, okay, kill the fuck out, like not blow a goddamn gasket when something stupid happens. But it's that teaching them to do that, I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. We're in therapy twice a month, and that's what I'm going to tell her to focus on every session. Sure, anger. Yeah. Teach him how to deal with this. He's throwing shit. He's hitting shit. The other day he punched me in my stomach. So it's like if he's doing that at 12, what is he going to do at 16 or 18? It's way bigger. And I don't want to be scared of my son. That is one thing I do not want. Because and you've heard stories and you've seen things. I'm also a true crime podcast fanatic or documentaries and TV shows. I love that. But then you start thinking, is my child a sociopath or a psychopath? And you're like, no, don't go down that road, you know. And is he going to wake up? Am I going to wake up one day and there's going to be a kid with a knife at my bed? Like,
I don't think it'll ever get that.
I don't think it will, but then, you know, those thoughts come to my mind.
I could say, honestly, in a few years, like if and this is part of the reason I think y'all both need to be in therapy, is that if I could see y'all getting into a fight and y'all both keep escalating and him taking a swing at you. And I could just see it happen because he's got such poor impulse control. Yeah.
So in the past, he likes to say, I know. And that just because he doesn't know, because if he knew, then he wouldn't do what I told him to do or not do. So he's just saying, I know, and he doesn't. So it's just annoying, right? So he would say it so much. Like right now, his favorite word is obviously, which it's not obvious. He doesn't understand the meaning of the word, but that's just his favorite word right now. So what we used to do, everybody kind of got in, was tap him on the back of the head. And so every time he said it, tap him on the back of the head. My mama tapped me on the back of the head. I fucking hated it. Doesn't hurt. It's just
annoying.
I have told him I'm going to stop touching him. I'm not going to tap him on the back of the head no more. I have refrained from doing anything that would be registered in a touchy, not like touch bad, like I'm beating the shit out of him kind of thing, but like anything that is not a hug.
Yeah.
Or I will guide him places because he just needs to guidance. Right. But I do not squeeze. I do not do any of that. I just kind of gently. And then, of course, he's over dramatic and he like falls back on his bed. Oh, my God, you pushed me. I did not. Stop playing that I did. We're not doing that anymore. I'm not in any way messing with you in a negative or angry way. So I've stopped doing that.
Okay, that's...
So,
kudos to you.
I thought maybe that might be the reason why he punched me. Is that, you know, he kept getting hit upside the head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just stop.
Right.
So I've said, we're not doing that no more.
Okay.
So I've tried, and I don't think I've done it, really. And I've even told him, look, I'm trying. I'm not going to do it, but you need to try too and bring it down.
Yeah.
I will ball up my fists and put them next to my side. But it's not that I'm going to hit him. It's just I kind of get shaken because he's pissing me off so much that I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go outside now and just get away from this. So I walk away.
Good for you.
And I'm trying to show him, don't hit shit. Don't throw shit. Don't slam doors. Don't. All the angry stuff he's doing, I'm trying to show him, just walk away. Because that's what he needs to do, especially in school. Like if someone was getting mad at him, we don't need a fighting or altercations. We need you to walk away. So I'm trying.
Matt, my little brother, Matt, I was proud of him because he was constantly getting fights with his brother and frankly mother. But he will just walk out.
Yeah. And that's what I want Wesley to do, is walk away. So I'm trying to get to not get to ever to that point where we are actually in a brawl. Because I've never been in a fight before in my life, and I definitely don't want to be in a fight with my son.
Did I tell you the other day, he was over here, and he was in my son's, Justin's room, and he was like, do you think you could beat up, or do you think Justin could beat you up, talking to me? And I was like, Justin, if Justin and I got into a fight, if he stayed within my arm's reach, I could probably get him on the ground and tackle him. and get him, just sit on him.
Yeah.
Because I'm so, I'm 2.5 times bigger than Justin. I would probably be missing teeth and have a black eye afterwards because Justin would fuck me up. Okay. But I'm so heavy, I could probably just squash him.
Yeah.
And even Justin looked at it, he's like, he's right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I worry for for Wesley for fighting, but I also look at Justin, and Justin actually didn't get into many fights in school.
No.
So, and they have so much in common, with the exception that Wesley is like so fucking hyper and extra, where Justin is quiet and
and Wesley thinks he's the best at everything.
Did I say I dropped him off at camp earlier this week, and I signed him in. I was like, "Okay, buddy, I love you." He's like, "I know." Fuck you, you little shit. I was like, "Don't you say that shit to me, you asshole."
He doesn't even really know the context, he's seen Star Wars, but yeah, that's funny.
Oh yeah, when you were talking about he says he knows everything. He was like, "I'm great at," I was like, "Oh really? What about reading?"
Yeah, he does not like to be shown his faults. That's for sure.
Well, he does not like it when I because one thing that I probably just need to stop doing too is patronizing him.
Oh yeah.
Because it gets under his fucking skin.
Oh my God! And then it goes home with me, and then I have to deal with the consequences. It was the tablet thing. So ever since we went to the zoo in St. Louis, and I told him that Clea would not drink out of our drink, and we got out and we learned that Clea drank out of his drink, it's been a whole deal. And so now if he leaves anything here, he's like, "Oh, I hope Clea doesn't touch it." And I'm like, "I don't think she will." "Well, you didn't think that she would drink out of the drink either." And I'm like, "Yes, that's true. I didn't think that that she would, but she did. But I don't think that the blanket's going to get touched or your tablet's going to be touched." And yeah, so it's really hard because I didn't think I was lying to him.
Yeah. Well, you weren't.
I mean, I wasn't. But I was in his mind, because I told him I think Jason would ask before letting Clea do it, and then you let Clea do it, which is just a drink. Yeah. So us as rational adults are like, it's just a drink. But to the mind of a 12-year-old who hyper focuses on this stuff,
jealous as fuck
and it's
Clea.
the end of the fucking world. It's really hard to
remember
navigate that world with trying to think how he thinks. It's really hard because I don't think like that.
One thing I remember I felt really bad for especially after you told me what had happened. I was egging him on basically, and y'all were leaving the house, and I was like, "I'm gonna let Clea play on your tablet
and lick it."
Oh yeah, he was, and you had told me he was bent out of shape, and I am so sorry for that. I didn't realize he was going to get that upset about it.
Again, we don't think in the mind of Wesley. Yeah. No one does, but Wesley. I'm sure there's other kids out there probably similar ways of thinking, but his is just so my stuff. Caveman-y kind of like.
I think it's jealousy too,
and it probably is. I don't know about what though, because we pretty much give the same amount of time to each kid. Yeah. Like I hang out with Clea,
we ignore them.
Both. Yeah. But like I try to hang out with Clea, and then you hang out with Wesley, and so I try, but he's just. We got to bringing up dating at work the other day, and I was like, "I'm not going to date until he's gone." And they're like, "Why not?" I was like, "I can't hug my best friend without him being jealous of my best friend, who is like a father figure to him. You're like a father, but I can't love on you. How the hell am I supposed to love on a man?"
He has gotten a little bit better.
He has, but it's still there.
It is.
And I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I don't need a man. I don't even want one right now. I'd hurt too much. I would be boring. I go to bed at 8:30. Yeah. Like I don't have a life really right now. I just work, try not to kill my son, and drink on the weekends.
There you go. I will say that's actually episode we need to have is like life, what we envision life after children will be. Because Zane and I are, I'm 45, Zane's 46. He's about to be 47. So we're 45. It's 46. But I'm like, Kalia is 9. She'll be 10 in October. 8 more years. I'll be 53. That shit's going to go by in the blink of a goddamn eye.
I hope so. Because right now it doesn't feel like it.
No. Well, it does and it doesn't. Sometimes
That's not for me. With the bad weeks that we've had, it feels like this has been like a year, like the last 2.
But in the same breath, we're already past the halfway year of this year. And it doesn't feel like it's been 6 months to me.
It does to me.
Okay.
I also...
You're suffering and dealing with a kid who's got some trauma that he can't cope with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I look at the future and I was like, it's not going to be very long before these fuckers are out of the house, and we got to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Be empty nesters. Like we have, Justin is probably be out of the house. Okay, we'll save this for another episode. So anger. I swear
it's just a guideline. We
it's
go
just a
back
guideline.
to it every single time. We talk about it about three-fourths. And then sometimes we go on little tangents, but we come back. I think this is our podcast.
God damn it.
Yeah, we got 9 listeners. I hope they like what they listen to. But you know what? This is us talking.
That's right.
So if we go on tangents, that's fine.
The point I was going to make earlier, though, is that I'm drunk, so we're just going to keep on trucking with anger.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Can't listen to the rest of that story.
I meant to tell you, I sometimes I get real, sappy with Kalia. So I'll just be like, especially if I've had, a rough day day prior. And so some mornings she's kind of grumpy. Mm. And one morning I was just like, go get your shoes on. Took her 5 minutes to get her shoes on.
Yep.
And she comes out, she's wearing a sweatshirt and about to go to tennis camp in Alabama in the middle of summer. I was like, go put on a t-shirt. It's too hot to be wearing a sweatshirt. Right. She comes out with a long sleeve shirt. I was like, whatever, just get in the car. We got to go. She and I are just bickering back and forth, and I drop her off, and she gets out of the car and she keeps looking back at the car. Cause I usually say, I love you, but I was just like, get out of the car. I didn't say anything, but I was just quiet and just drove off, and I could tell she was feeling some sort of way. And then, it was fine afterwards when she got home and everything was okay. But yesterday, anyway, the day before, a couple of days after, I was just feeling kind of emotional, and I was like, baby girl, I was like, anytime I mess up, I am so sorry. I was like, I love you. You are the most important thing in the world to me. If I lose my temper, I'm sorry. I always cherish you. I'm doing my best, and I will make mistakes, so I'm sorry.
Tears.
I was tearing
up. Jason, Niagara Falls.
Oh, girl. And then later that night, she's like, can I get a hug? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, do you feel loved? She's like, yeah. I was like, do you feel heard? She's like, And I was like, wait.
Did you say hurt?
Heard. Okay. Like, I'm listening to her. I was like, are you not feeling heard? She's like, well, sometimes I feel like when I tell you a story or something, you kind of glaze over or you tune out. And I was like, that was eloquent, beautiful. And I was like, thank you for letting me know. I will do better and focus on you.
9-year-old observing this. Mm-hmm. That is a very good observation.
Yeah. So
because we know it's all true.
Yeah.
Because we all do it.
Well, because half the time this shit's like, oh, look at this character I made on this app. And I'm like, that's really cool. But then she'll delete it and create 10 more. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel bad. That just stabbed me right in the heart. I'm sure. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I tell Wesley to hurry up on his stories. I probably shouldn't. But it's 5 hours to tell a 2-minute story. Yeah. It feels like forever. And then it's always, well, I'm the best at everything. And I'm like, but you're not. But I don't say that, but I think it.
You have said that before.
No, I mean when he's telling the story, it's like, I didn't play Foursquare because I'm not that good at it, but I was better than everybody, and I hit a kid with a ball, and she fell over, and I'm like, how is that a good story? I don't understand.
That's where, had I been present of it, I'm like, I'm sorry you're feeling insecure that you had to hit a girl. And I've done that before, and he gets, you could just see the irritation.
So yes. That's anger right there. Yeah. There's not irritation. He's pissed. Oh, yeah. He does not like that at all.
Well, half the time, because I think it hits too close to home.
Oh, no, he understands. He's like, oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Let me
pretend that it's not, and,
defend myself, yeah.
And then his comebacks are just so weak.
He's 12.
Well, at least I'm not bald, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
Wait till you're 45 and then we'll see, dude. You're 12.
Oh, I've been doing that to him too. I was like, I'll rub his head. I was like, enjoy that hair.
Oh.
Although I do, because he's, I think he's gonna be like Justin. He'll be like rail thin, hairless on his body with like a full head of hair until he's 80.
Oh yeah. My mom got to see his anger and his attitude the other day, and we were talking. She's like, "Your hair's gotten longer," and he was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Better watch out. She might cut it off again." He was like, "Oh yeah, she's not gonna cut it off again. She's gonna get rid of my drip."
Your what?
His drip, his clothes, his outfits.
Oh, right.
So I told him that because it really hurt me to cut his hair, that if he does like fighting in school, gets in school out of school suspension, you know, the same rules that applied for him getting his hair cut. I would go to Walmart and buy him a Walmart outfit, and he would have to wear the Walmart outfit for like 5 weeks. And if it doesn't say Walmart, I'm going to put fucking Walmart on it that he can't, be in his drip or whatever. And my mom was like, you can go to Dollar Tree. And she meant Dollar General, but she was talking about Dollar Tree. I was like, everything's $1 there. Yeah, we could definitely do that. And Wesley's like, why you put stuff in her head? No. And I was like, and then he was like, well, I'll just have Caden bring me clothes. And I was like, well, if you have Caden bring your clothes or you change and I ask your teacher, because I will ask your teacher, then we will definitely shave your. He's like, so I got to wear the outfits and then I could possibly get my head shaved? It's like, if you do not wear just the outfits like you're supposed to. He's like, lost and found, still changing outfits. So yes, I would shave your head at that time. He didn't like that very much.
He was being stupid with me the other day, and he was like, I was getting like my anger was getting driven up because he was just being confrontational and a dick. Not a dick. He was just being like he was just trying
Wesley.
just being Wesley. But he would like I kind of joked with him about shaving head. I was like, gotta be careful with Mama, and he made some comment about shaving Kalia's head, and I was like, Wesley, do you understand what would happen if you attacked my granddaughter? I was like, I don't think you do. I was like, you would not be welcome back in this house for a good long while.
Oh, yeah.
But he kept, showing off his bravado. And I was like, listen, I realize you're not getting this, but understand if you really physically attacked her, there would be serious consequences.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it's just him being bravado-ish and dumb. So
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He just talks too goddamn much.
He's like Trump.
Yes. It is the nonsense that Trump says.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't make any sense. He just talks and talks and talks. And that gets him into a lot of trouble because then it's like smart ass talking or it's attitude coming out or it's like he just says stupid shit. Dude, I know you're smart. Stop saying dumb shit. So I'm like, you're a dumbass. You're smart, but you're acting like a dumbass right now. Like I can't. Sometimes it just comes out, and then I have to kind of fix it because I know he's smart in his own way, but fuck.
Yeah.
There's just so much garbage and just no common sense and just, ugh. And then I try to be quiet, but I like to talk, and then that's where we
escalate each other.
We escalate each other, and I try not to, but fuck. You can only win so many battles. Or, not even battles, but you have to let shit go, and that's what I gotta learn.
Kalia doesn't have the problem, like, she's not as belligerent as Wesley, but she is bad about sticking her nose in where it don't belong.
Well,
and
that's every kid, though, I think.
Yeah. She'll just, like, pipe up, or, like, especially when we're in the car, it's just, like, the three of us, she'll, like, yell at Wesley. I'm like, Kalia, I'm the parent. Let me deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
Shush. Or, like, your attitude, your input is not needed here.
Yeah.
Learn to be quiet. And because that, when we had dinner with Zane's mom yesterday, and we had a conversation about, it was like your attitude and your little fucking comments.
Yeah.
Because she's real bad. Like she's, I mean, I hate to say it, but she's mostly, but she's also like, she takes after me. She's really good at those zingers. And we were driving into Athens, and Zane was like, oh, there's something he hadn't seen before because he used to live in Athens. I was like, I think it's been there before. And Clea just popped off some smart ass little comment. And we both just yelled at her because it was just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, we did not need a smart ass little comment from you.
They don't realize how it anchors us.
Yeah.
Because they see you do it. or she sees you do it, so she thinks, oh, I can do it too, but they don't realize that that's not their place for them to do said thing.
Well,
because she copied what you say.
I will say though, like she did it, like you could tell she was angry though.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part earlier.
Yeah, because like her and Zane have been getting into it lately.
Yeah,
and I've been trying to work with Zane on his anger because he's like he just
kind of like me.
He goes actually worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's been.
I didn't realize that.
Not violent, but he'll like she'll pop off and he'll like put his hand over her mouth and she'll start panicking.
Gotcha.
Not like smothering her, but
right.
just like shut up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, you guys stop it, separate.
Right.
And he'll pick at her too much.
He doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah. And then he gets really irritated. I'm like, but you're mean to her.
Right.
And then, like, I can just tell there's a lot of animosity there. And I'm just like, would y'all stop being dicks to each other?
They both must be going through something right now.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't always been like that.
No, it's been, Zane's, like, his temper has been kind of on the fray lately.
Yeah.
So I think it may be the ADD medication he's on because it makes me a little bit, like, jumpy and irritated. So it's basically meth. So.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I mean, if you look at Adderall, it says amphetamine salts and methamphetamines.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, that's all it is. So it can make you
I'm glad he's not on Adderall no more. Wesley was on Adderall.
Well, I would say I think this is a good transition time.
Is it? Have we talked enough today?
I think we're at 51 minutes.
Oh, shit. Look at us go. I love it.
When I trim the audio down, it'll probably be like 40.
My little time where I had to check to see if Wesley was listening.
Yeah. So if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or if you have any topics that you want us to discuss,
email us at guidetopoorparenting@gmail.com. Miss Jennifer, what have you been... Oh, you don't have it on your sheet, so I'll do it. So we've been eating...
what you choked on earlier.
So I was at Aldi's, and I got some Mexican-style street corn chips. They're kind of like Frito-Lays, but they're flavored, really. I like them. They're really good.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't think Jennifer likes them as much as Zane.
The more you drink, the better they are.
Okay.
But they're really crunchy, so I try not to eat too much while we have a microphone in my mouth. Like, 'cause I'm really close to this microphone, so...
Jennifer and I, every time Jennifer I take a chip, we're both talk. Yeah, leaning away from the microphone, covering our mouths.
All right, so snack time. What is our story time today, Jason?
So, when I think it was before...
It was AJ's birthday.
Was it before COVID?
Yeah, it was 2019. May of 2019, I guess. Or it could have been May of 2020.
No, I think it must have been after COVID. There's a local fair, like the carny folks that come to town and set up the fair with the real sketchy looking carnival rides.
The city fair.
Yeah. And with all, 20 people with all four of their teeth. And anyway, they had set up a fair, and so we went with Zane and Clea and I and Jennifer and Wesley, and a friend of ours and Jennifer's called Ceci and her grandson AJ.
Yeah, who's like my nephew.
Yeah. So we all went out there, and they had petting zoo and rides, and I can't do most of the carnival rides because there's a lot of side to side motion. It makes me really nauseous.
Or spinny, and I don't do spinny.
It just makes me want to puke.
Yep.
But they had the kids were riding. We were just kind of walking around, and Zane sees this sky zipper thing. I think it was
something like that. Yeah.
But it's like at its height, it's probably 80 feet in the air.
It's tall as fuck.
It's very tall, and. So Zane went on it with Wesley, and they get off, and they're both like, "Oh, that was fun." So Clea's like, "I want to do it." So it was like, "Are you sure?" Because she's kind of agoraphobic. She doesn't like heights.
Yep.
And so she's like, "Yeah." So Zane and her go over to the ride. They get strapped in, and I'm just like, "Oh fuck!" And that would scare me.
Yeah.
Because I can mostly just because it would make me want to puke.
Yeah, it wouldn't scare me, but I wouldn't do it just because of it's the same motion over and over again. You just drop down and go around and around.
Yep.
It's like a Ferris wheel, but faster.
Yeah. So I was just like, "Okay, sweetie, you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." I was like, "Okay." So we're watching, and it stops. And if she were white, she would have been like
white.
Pale as hell. And she was fine. She wasn't crying. But as soon as she saw me, tears. She just
Yeah.
burst into tears.
Yeah.
And she came over to me. I had to pick her up and hold her for a bit. And I was like, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I was like, I couldn't believe you actually wanted to do it, but and ever since then, she's just like, any roller coaster, especially if it goes up, well, it's weird. We went to Dollywood, loop-de-loop roller coaster. She did fine.
Yep.
Disney World, she's like, I don't want to do this. It goes upside down.
Yep.
No, it doesn't. I still don't want to do it. I'm like, you're doing it.
That was Slinky Dog.
That was the Slinky Dog ride.
Yeah.
Well, Lace Mountain.
Yeah, it didn't go upside down, but she was freaking out.
Yeah.
So,
But she would do Gringotts twice by herself with some random people she didn't know. She was like, I'll do it.
yeah.
I guess it depends on the ride. I don't know. Can I add to your story time?
Yeah, yeah.
So on that same one is the one where Wesley learned that he can't do round and round rides too many times or he'll throw up because he did so many rides with AJ, like the really fast circle rides, and then went on the carousel, got off the carousel, and then threw up on your shoes.
It wasn't right on my shoe, but it splattered all over me. Yeah.
And then on the way home, I have to stop every few minutes so that he can throw up the side. So we learned, well, first, he doesn't like crystals because that's what we had for lunch that day. And he doesn't do well on round and round rides just like us.
Was that the day he was like, we had to stop in the Mexican grocery store parking lot?
So that he could puke, and then you were just like, we're just going to walk so that he doesn't have to ride no more. Yeah, that was that same time. Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. He talks about that. Still, he remembers it. So,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Oh,
Good times.
good times.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to A Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on.
And if you don't like our podcast, just like when our kids ask if they can have dessert, but they haven't eaten any of their dinner,
Tough shit.
go eat something, you stupid motherfucker.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.